I'm sorry.
Do you not get it? Those questions, that's what the questions that you ask me, you don't actually genuinely have curiosity on my answer. Because I already told you what I thought. You wanted me to change my opinion and tell you something that you didn't.
Remember when you're telling me that like other people's opinions don't matter? You shouldn't worry about what other people think?
Yeah.
Or you shouldn't put any sort of attachment to it or meaning to it?
I'm not going to be with somebody who doesn't let me have my own opinions. I don't care what you think.
Right.
I don't. You can think differently than me all you want. You can do
Okay.
whatever you want. But when I have my view of the world, I like the videos with both of us in them.
Okay.
They were funny. I don't like this video. I
Why
like the
not?
video that... I am so angry.
But before you got angry, did you like it? What we were making?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know how you're going to cut it. I don't know what you're going to do with it.
Well, do you want to help me cut it? Something
I
you like?
want to be happy. That's all I want. From happiness,
Okay.
everything else will flow.
Like you want to make the videos with me, would you like to edit one of the videos with me? So that's something that you like. Because when I make the videos, you didn't like the last two videos I made, so why don't we sit down and actually edit the videos together and pick out the parts that you like as well?
We can edit a lentil video very soon. This is you want to do this, you want to expose your personal life and talk about your shit and do all this? Fine. I've got a lot of things to edit too. This is
You don't want to make this video. You want to make your videos with me.
I want to make healthy videos that inspire people to feel good. I don't
Right.
feel like this is anything like that.
But what if this is showing people like some of the points that we make in there we cut up into a 2-minute video? We just shot 26 minutes of video. There's got to be 2 minutes of inspirational shit in there. You don't think so? Do
I didn't feel it.
you want to watch it again?
You want to? You want to watch it? I really think that you cannot let me or maybe other people, just all I know is me, think differently than you. It really bothers you if I think differently than you at
Really?
any point in time.
Really, you think that that's how I feel?
You're trying to convince me that I
I'm just
have
asking
an
a question
opinion
about
about
Why
one
you
person
thought? I was
versus
asking
two
why you
things.
thought. Because you told me today. You go. I don't like the. You've told me that you.
I don't
You think
say
my
I
videos
don't
are.
like.
You've told me. You think my videos are better when there's two people.
I never said that. I've never said that. You said, why do you think you like the video of you and me better than ones by yourself? You baited me. You said, do you think it's because there's two people? I go, yeah, I guess.
You've told me before that you just literally told me today that you thought that the videos are better when there's banter.
I told you that I think it's funny that you're talking to the air. I've told you a lot of things. Those are funny. Those banters are funny. This isn't. We're two people. This isn't funny. The day that we did something when I was lighthearted and not this angry, it was funny. This isn't. I do not like that I was here for 24 hours and 90% of the time had a very uncomfortable, unfun time. And we don't discuss it. And then I'm on the phone with you yesterday, giving you more and more chances over and over again to see if we can get along. He said, am I being an idiot thinking you and I can be roommates? What the fuck am I doing? Your brother thinks it's a bad idea. Everybody I know thinks it's a bad idea. What are we doing? I call you. I try to get a word in. You just
I didn't know everyone thinks it's a bad idea.
Off on me.
So everyone thinks it's a bad idea?
Who thinks it's a good idea? If you post any of this where we're yelling at each other, no one's going to think we should hang out. This is retarded. This is not healthy. Right. I'm spending my energy right now.
I'm sorry.
Getting upset.
We'll stop. Yeah, we'll stop. We'll stop.
You making all these assumptions. I like a video of you and I think it's funny. There's some videos by
in that video that we made that day, you screamed at me that day. I didn't include that.
Yeah, I remember.
I didn't include that. So you're saying you were having fun that day?
I remember the thing. I know that we've never...
That day, I could have posted the video of you screaming at me.
We've not gotten along for a whole day.
I could have posted the video of you screaming at me that day.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not going to, because I wouldn't do that to you.
Why are you even mentioning it?
Because you said to me that day, like, I was in a good mood that day. I was in a great mood that day. And I'm like, no, you snapped at me on that day.
And in that moment, on the camera, I was in a good mood. It's all that matters is the moment you capture, not what... Okay. I was in a great mood an hour ago, and now I seem like an asshole.
Why do you seem like an asshole?
I feel like an asshole.
Okay, you shouldn't. I don't think you're an asshole.
I feel like an asshole.
No, you do.
Thank you.
That's right. Okay.
See, now, because I get to have my own emotional state, you want to... I mean...
I'm not moving anywhere. It's just set up.
So, with the videos, case by case, one person videos I watch all the time on YouTube. I watch how-to videos. I watch D-News. I watch all kinds of things where there's one person.
Okay.
And sometimes they're good, and sometimes they're not. Okay. I watch all kinds of videos where there's two people. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Why would there be any difference in this case?
Right.
Then what were those questions for?
I was trying to figure out if the only reason you like a video that I'm in is if you're featured in it or not.
Then why didn't you say that?
Because if I had said that, you would have gotten really fucking pissed off at me.
No,
so I go, I wanted to see what your opinion is.
And spinning
no, I was like, I really want to see where I wanted to see where your head's at. I want to see where your head's at.
Okay, well, you enjoy that. That's what makes me really angry.
Why?
That you are not a straight up guy. You don't just say what you think and say what you mean.
Okay, why is it the only time you like something I do? Why is the only thing you say all the time that you like my comedy? But you know what? The only jokes that you like of mine are ones that you say I got from you. You don't like any of my jokes that I do. You don't really like my humor. You keep telling me you don't like my humor. I'm the one who's probably delusional. You keep telling me you don't like, you go, you're a genius, and then you go, I love when you do the bacon thing. And I'm like, what else do you like? I didn't like the other stuff really. And his videos, I don't really like it. I like the ones that I really like the ones that I'm in.
The other stuff, I can't like it 100 times.
You go, I like the stuff that I'm in. I like when you do the jokes about me. I like when you include stuff about me. I like that. I just go, okay. I'm like, that's funny. That's fucking, and then you call me a narcissist. That sounds like a fucking narcissist. Somebody who only likes shit that involves them. That's what it sounds like. But then you do amazingly nice things to me, and I go, or for me, and I go, who are these two different people? Who am I with? Am I with this woman who helps me all the fucking time, or the one who sits there and lectures me about stuff? It's such a fucking it's such a difference, Yvonne. It's so fucking different. It's night and fucking day. It's the two biggest extremes you can imagine. It's this woman who's practically Mother Teresa, and the other one's Hitler. There's no middle ground. And I react to it. I react to the Hitler person. I gotta stop. Because reacting to the Hitler person makes the Mother Teresa person come around less and less. And when she does come around, I can't recognize that she's being nice to me. I can't appreciate the niceness of that because I'm like, at any second, I could say something wrong and Hitler's going to be here. And that sucks. But I love the Mother Teresa woman. The woman that I met and still get to see every once in a while is fucking the coolest chick I've ever met. And if it's having sex with you causes you to fucking do that or to have attachment or whatever, then yeah, I don't want to deal with Hitler anymore. I don't want to be Hitler. I'm fucking an asshole. When that Hitler guy comes out, I go, fuck you. I don't say it because I would never say that to you because you do so many nice things to me. That fucking person sucks. It sucks that I bring that out in you. I wish I didn't. I don't know what it is. I guess I hurt you when I said about lentils. I really am sorry I ever fucking said anything about it.
You hurt me just now when you do all this bullshit questioning and you're trying to get me to say something.
Because I don't want to I don't want confrontation with you. Because if I confront you straight on, it fucking brings out the fucking wrath of you. I fucking tiptoe around the fucking issue. And I'm like, maybe if she comes up to it with her own realization, it won't be directed at me. Because when I say something to you, you go, you do the same thing. And then when I bring that up to you and you go, that's just not the right fucking way to do something like that. And I go, okay, but you do that to me all the time. Like you point that out all the time that I do that. So then I just go, okay, I'll just be quiet. I won't fucking bring it up. And I'll ask a question like, why do you do that? And you go, what are you trying to get at? And I'm like, I'm curious in your head, why are you doing that right now? I don't demand an answer. I've never demanded an answer from you. I do sometimes, but it's more of like doing it as a goof because it's something ridiculous. But when it's something that I can see is really genuinely paining you, I go, well, why are you doing that? Because that's not the person I know. Who's this person? Did you smoke pot today? Did you smoke pot yesterday?
Yeah, probably.
When you got back here, you were high?
I would like to smoke right now, but I have an interview later. What you make me feel like is the only choice I have is to smoke pot so that I can handle it.
No, that's how I feel.
No, what you just said about me, I don't want to even be your friend. You don't like me.
I do like you.
You like what I do for you. You don't.
I like the woman that's around and nice.
You like the woman that's helped you, provided you a space, and
I like the woman
money.
I like the woman who, when I sit there and I talk to her and she inspires me with ideas that she gives me, I love that. I don't like the one who lectures me about how I'm not as evolved as you are.
I've never said that in my life to you.
I'll say something, you go, no, that doesn't work that way. No, you don't know what you're talking about. That takes years and years and years. And I'm like, okay, I'm just saying, is this the idea? What do you want me to be, honest or a lie?
Just be solid in who you are and not need anything from anybody else.
I don't need, well...
You need me to like your videos? You need me
No,
to
I don't need you to like your videos. I'm telling you right now is that you want to make videos of me, but you only want to make the videos that you want to make. Am I correct?
Does that make any... Is there anybody who wants to make videos that they don't want to make?
I would help you with a video if you wanted to make it. I'll be like, yeah, I'll make that with you.
I was with you.
If you want me to do a video,
I gave you, all my ideas that I thought were great that I held on to for 10 years. That's why they're 10 years old. That's why I keep it in a binder, because they matter to me. And you just said, oh, you can do better. Don't your ideas, look at what you just said today about it. Look at what you said today about how your ideas evolve and da-da-da-da. Good for you, Mike. I'm me. You can be your own person, and you can throw your ideas out from 10 years ago and not like who you were 10 years ago. That's fine. But who I was 10 years ago was awesome. And I'm not embarrassed of my ideas from 10 years ago. I wish that in the last 10 years, I could have done them. But instead, I got off track, and I got into relationships, and I started chasing a dream in Hollywood that's not a real thing. And I missed out on 10 years of creating videos that I moved to LA to create. And then I shared them with somebody that I trusted, and they told me that I could do better. When my issue is I'm not good enough, he confirmed I'm not good enough, and my ideas aren't either.
Sorry.
And your bullshit about me not liking your jokes that I'm not in, that's your own fucking bullshit. And you can stuff it up your fucking ass. And I don't ever want to see you do stand-up again. I don't want anything to do with you after this conversation. This is great. You You've explained everything to me. Got it. You're going to sit here and whine. No matter how many times I tell you that you're great and awesome, you're going to make up a story to be this so that you can spin it that I'm not giving you enough of what you need. You need more from me. And everything that I've done, you appreciate. But who I am and being around me, you don't. The only reason I'm even around you still is because I helped pay your rent, and I helped rent a car for you, and I helped find a place for you to live. And if I didn't do those things, you wouldn't even be hanging out with me. And that's what you just said on camera. That's what you just said. You said the only reason that you continue to hang out with Hitler is because another part of me you see as a good thing. Because the other part of me helps you. But if I didn't help you, if I didn't have the means to help you, if I didn't pay your rent, if I didn't have a credit card, and I didn't have this house,
That's not what I said.
we wouldn't be friends.
That's not what I said.
Play it back.
It's Yvonne.
It's what I heard.
Okay.
That's
My
exactly
truth
what I
is
heard.
I see how amazing you are to other people and how amazing you are to me, and I know that you're a good person, and it makes me sad that I make you so angry. That's what I was trying to say. I'm sorry if in that moment it didn't come out that way, but that's what I was trying to say. I don't know what I say when I'm angry. I hope I didn't say. I'm with you because I think you're an amazing human being, and you're somebody that I've never met anybody like you before.
You can't accept that we think differently.
I'm fine with
We're
you.
not opposites. We
I'm
think differently. Opposites is somebody who voted for fucking Bush.
Yvonne,
We're far
I'm
from
fine
opposites.
I'm fine with you thinking
I've
differently.
never said
I'm really
opposites
not.
attract. I've never believed that
I'm
theory.
not telling you that. I'm not telling you how to think. I'm just curious how you think sometimes. And what, because if you're yelling at me, I'd like to find out why you're yelling at me so that I can avoid whatever behaviors in me that I go, oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. You know what? Because you are further along the path of enlightenment
There's
or
no
whatever.
further. That doesn't
It's okay.
exist.
It's whatever. Then it's whatever it is. You have these ideas. You've studied these ideas more than I have. You've introduced so many ideas to me already that I have never even thought of before. I wasn't raised in a really good situation. I didn't have women in my life before I met you that really encouraged me to, like, you know, I had some women that were like, you need to go to therapy. You need to do this. They would never sit there and actually explain to me what it was that I was doing.
They weren't therapists. They
Well, one of them
have
thought
to.
she was.
Nobody should have to explain anything to you. Stop whining about the past.
No, but it always was presented as that there was something wrong with me.
Yes, and?
Yes, it was always something's wrong with you, Mike. And probably what the problem was is I shouldn't be in a romantic relationship with those women. I would like to be in a friendship with you because I think the videos we make are very interesting. I would love to make a lentil video.
Why does it get so upset? Why do you get so upset when I don't like them all? I don't like hearing about penises. I don't like watching. I do not like men without their shirts on the internet. I'm old school. I don't like it. Even if you had 6-pack abs, I wouldn't like to see it.
Right. Okay.
Seems to offend you. It's like you need me to like every single thing you do, and if I don't, you have anger and passive aggressive issues.
Do you feel like, by asking a question, that's what you've told me, that's how your policy is with your videos?
No, I've never said that.
You said, I can't have anyone question my art.
Let's get this right.
Yeah, I would love to hear this, because you said that there were people that in your life that they didn't like your art, and you said, I can't be with them anymore.
That's not
I can't
true.
have them in my
I
life.
stayed with Ken for 6 years. He told me all my ideas were stupid. I stayed with him for 6 years. So you don't hear me. I told you that if you criticize my stand-up comedy specifically, I know myself that since I was close to you and was trusting you, and if you were going to trash it, I know that I will quit stand-up. Maybe forever, maybe for a year. Because that's the pattern that I do.
Okay.
I have never said that with videos. What I said is, I have made fucking videos that are weird, showed them to guys that I was interested in. They thought I was weird, never spoke to me again. I took the videos off. I didn't actually take the videos off. I found one of them still online. I don't know. I didn't share them with anybody else.
These are videos of stand-up or videos?
No!
I'm asking a question. Sorry, I was wondering.
I've had friends see me do stand-up and not think it's great, and that's fine. They weren't my close confidants. I told you specifically, here's the deal. I may never do stand-up again if you say the wrong thing. So best you don't mention anything. And you couldn't handle that. You pushed and pushed and pushed and told me, I can handle what you think of my stand-up. Why can't you handle it? I'm like, because we're two different people. And I'm in the situation that I'm in, and I know where I'm at. And I'm letting you know that this is how delicate it is.
Okay.
And I don't want to
Well, my situation now has changed. I'm sorry, Sorry, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You were confused on who I was and what I am, so I'm trying to explain to you. Do you want to get unconfused, or do you want to have your own fucking bullshit in your head?
No.
Have I ever said to you, I'm insecure about my videos, don't say anything about my videos?
You said when you showed me those videos that you're like, you told me like, people have watched them before and really not like them, and it bums me out and all this other stuff.
I never said it bummed me out.
What'd you say?
I said it made...
What did you say?
I understand. They are out there. They don't make sense. I don't expect anyone to get them. I never expected it. I had a reaction of a guy who didn't ever talk to me again because he was like, what is that? And he looked down at me. And that's fine. And what I said to you, when you said you liked him, which is probably just being bullshitting, trying to be a boyfriend, blow smoke up my fucking ass, but when you said that you liked the 2 videos I made when I was sitting here a couple weeks ago, I said to you, honestly, like, that's amazing. I've never felt that supported. I never once said to you, don't criticize my videos. I never said to you anything like that. I said that I will quit stand-up. And that's just how it is. I'm not confident in stand-up. I don't feel like I deserve a microphone in my hand.
Okay.
And then you still had to tell me, you can do this with stand-up, if you could do that. I go, I don't want advice. At all. And you watched my stand-up from that show. I said, I don't know how to I'm trying to have a blogging presence and an online presence, and do I use the same thumbnail snap of my face on everyone, or do I have different ones, and all this stuff. I asked the psychic, and you butt in on the radio and go, oh, I'm helping her with that. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Really? Great. That's awesome. And you go, yeah. And then I talked to you offline after the show, and I go, have you ever read any of my blogs? And you go, no. So you go check, and the one blog that you go to isn't a blog. It's just, oh, I found this link and I'm going to secretly post it because I don't share my stand-up. You watch the stand-up, which I don't want any advice on, that's 3 years old, and you start bitching and giving me advice. I'm like, can you just watch the stand-up I did 2 nights ago on your show and then come back to me with your notes and tell me if you didn't see any improvements in 3 years? Because I've worked my ass off and gotten up and failed and just was like, courageous before I met you and doing stuff I'd never done. You know, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to suck, and I'm going to still walk away with some self-esteem, because normally when I suck, I have no self-esteem. And so I worked on it to feel like I can be okay even if I'm not great on stage. And 3 years had gone by. Did your fucking show, did you even watch that video?
From my show? Of me or you?
Me.
Yeah, that's yours.
And that's as best as I can do, so if that's not good enough, then I don't need to do stand-up anymore. I mean, that's the best I can do now. My first boyfriend named Jesse told me to quit stand-up and focus on making videos, and he was going to help me make them. It hurt me so bad that he told me to quit stand-up. The show that you saw online from my blog was after him.
Yeah, so I like that one.
You didn't like what I did at your show.
I liked what you did.
You saw no improvement from 2011 to 2014.
You just told me you don't want any opinion. My opinion on stand-up. Do you want my opinion on stand-up or no? You should take notes up with it. But I know why you took notes up, because you didn't have confidence, because you hadn't been doing stand-up lately. Am I correct?
I'm going to take notes up. Janine Garofalo takes her notes up. Plenty of professionals take their notes up.
Okay.
Is that your only note?
It just seemed like you were distracted and stuff, and it was like you didn't. I just noticed that. It's something I noticed. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care what you do. Do whatever you want to do.
I had notes in the 2011 one too.
Oh, did you? I didn't see that far into it. I was inspired by it because it had the guitar, and I was like, it's really good with the guitar. I like it with the guitar.
I had the guitar at your show too.
I know, and I said I liked it. As the guitar gives you, I don't know if it slows your brain down or what, or slows your body down or what, but it works well. I think you just need to slow your brain down a little. I mean, well, do you want me to tell you? Or no?
Go ahead.
In my mind, what I notice is that you talk so fast, and I understand you because I know you. And I think the people that know you understand you. But people that have never met you before and have just literally met you right there, you talk very fast. And it's like people get swept up and they love it, but I think some of the message is lost because people don't really understand what you're saying, but you're so likable that people laugh, which is kind of, I'm guilty of that too. In stand-up, I get away with shit that most people can't get away with, and you get away with stuff too. And I think that if you just slowed down a tiny bit, I think it would see, you know.
Did you want me on that show because you wanted me on that show, or was it because you thought you were trying to help me? You fucking said it to me the other day that you did all this, that you try to help people. And like I told you with that show, I told you with everything. I want it on merit. I don't want a favor.
It wasn't a favor. I figured you'd bring people on.
So I did a bringer for you?
I like your comedy, and I thought you'd bring people out.
Because you threw it in my face the other day that you got me on your reality show thing, and you worked so hard to help me.
No, I didn't get you on any reality show. I said that my first thought was, let's try to do it where it's me and you. That was my first thought. And I'm like, why am I making it my first thought every time? Why is that my first thought every fucking time? Why don't I make it about me? Why don't I appreciate a fucking opportunity?
You're really bothered that I
me?
would do the radio without you?
I don't care about the radio anymore. It's just...
Be honest.
It bums me out.
That I would do it without you?
No, I don't expect you to not do it. I know you'll do it.
You'd like me to not do it?
No, it bums me out that she calls... No, it bums me out that she called you when she knew that I was here and that we were together. That she would text you knowing that. Because it kind of fucks up... It kind of would be a way to fuck up our day. Which it kind of did fuck up our day. And I was like, that's kind of a shitty thing.
If you were a good guy.
But I go, that's kind of a shitty way to... No, because you know what she didn't do? I texted her and said, hey, thanks for the thing. And then right before I went out to the pool and you got that message, I saw what she posted on Facebook. And it was kind of a fucking shitty thing to... I mean, she still hasn't replied to me to that text message. And she went and did that. And I was like, you know what? I'm fine. Fine. I knew the attitude that she gave me the second she walked in was different than any attitude she'd ever... Something happened in the month that she was in California, where she's like, somebody must have told her, yeah, you don't need that guy. You don't need that guy. You don't need that guy.
She said the ratings were not good with you.
Yeah, it's everything.
Somebody told her that.
Yeah. No, the ratings weren't, we had bigger ratings when we have guests and different guests. So she's going off that. So you know what, for the month that she was there, she was like, yeah, you know what, you're right. All these people that are all her little yes people are telling her all this shit. It's like, yeah, you don't need him. Because you know what, the guy the golf guy, he wants to be on the radio too. Everybody wants to be on the radio, but guess what? So now I'm not going to fucking say anything. I'm not doing any show. Here's what I'm going to do. Just like everybody else in my life, at some point, people don't fucking appreciate me anymore. And then they come back and they go, hey, we'd love to have you come back on the show. We'd love to have you do it. And I go, oh, I'm doing other shit now. Sorry. And it's like
great defense.
What?
I'm sure that makes you feel better.
Well, that's the fucking case. There's not one thing that I've turned down or turned my back on that I look back and I go, God, I wish I was still doing that. There's not one thing in my life that I have regrets about not doing anymore. I might have it for a second, and then I go, no. You know what? Then I look at my current situation.
You really thought that a good friend of yours should turn down the radio?
I didn't. I never once said that. I never once said. I just said to you, Yvonne, we can play that back. I said,
on the
it
day,
sucks.
You were really upset.
No, that day I was pissed because I was like, She asked, no, here's what I was pissed about. She asked me in that text message, will you be here the whole month of August? I said yes.
Okay, I get that you're mad at her, and that's not.
That's all I'm mad about. I'm mad because she was bitching at me the whole day.
You mad that I said yes.
See, I didn't fucking care about that. It bummed me out because I was like, that fucking bitch. That's 2 weeks in a fucking row now that I'm in town. I was in town the whole month of July.
If I said only if Mike goes with
No, I wouldn't have cared. No, that would have been stupid. I don't want to fucking do the show anymore. I don't want to fucking... The mood that she gave me that whole fucking day, she's
You're
like...
not Ron Burgundy getting mad that Veronica...
No, I don't fucking care about the show because you know what?
She got the job.
Left to her own devices, the show's not going anywhere.
Why do you have to be mean?
I'm not being mean because she was fucking mean to me that day because when she came in, the first thing she said to me, she was like, well,
Okay,
what's
stop.
with the attitude?
I'm not being mean, but she was mean to me that day. That's you justifying negative vibration.
I'm going to tell you, I don't want to do the show anymore. And here's why. I know the vibe I got that day on the show was not a good fucking vibe. The psychic picked up on it. He's like, it seems like you're torn. Feels like you're in two different places. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if somebody wants me here or not. That's the vibe I got. And I was like, if she didn't want me here, it's a fucking hassle to go down and do that show. It's not a big hassle, but if the hassle is, you need to come back, when are you going to come back? When are you coming back? When are you coming back? And she's like, Mikey, I got to find out when you're going to be here. And I go, I've been here for the last month.
I don't want to hear it again.
But the fact that she calls me Mikey, she doesn't respect me.
Instead of going like,
she doesn't respect me as a human being.
Right now, as you, as a human, for yourself, who cares about that?
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah. I was being disrespected that whole fucking show. And then after the show, she continued with the disrespect.
Doesn't matter.
And I said, I go, okay, I don't want to do the show anymore. I don't have to bring myself down here.
But right now,
what?
Instead of being mad about the last time you were there, can you live and look at your whole past and go, wow, I had an amazing run. That was great.
That's it. I go, I have all this audio that I can now make a reel about that you said you would maybe help me with. And that's what I really want to do because when I go to LA, I would like to get a job in radio. Because I think I can get a job in radio.
You definitely can. You don't need to be in LA.
Or I do voiceovers with it. But yeah, I just don't want to be here anymore. I physically don't like we just went outside to the sun or the grocery store. I don't like being in the sun anymore. I see how it drains me. It makes me not fucking a nice person. I get really fucking irritated here.
Well, if you were wondering why we don't get along, then there's your answer.
What's that?
You just said that the sun drains you and you get irritated.
Well, I was...
All that we've done here is argue most of the time.
Yeah, because I've been like, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
Do you want to go get the keys now? Should I get you there now?
No, I'm just saying in the general, the idea. I don't know, I haven't heard back from him. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't planning on it. I don't know what he hasn't heard back from him. But like,
I mean, when you...
I just don't like... I just know when someone's not being cool to me, and she wasn't being cool to me that whole day. And I was just like, you know what? I don't need this anymore.
But learn your lesson. Don't ever do that again. When you're in LA, shit like this happens. You never know who they are. You never know who they're friends with. You never ever disrespect anyone. No
but
matter,
I didn't disrespect her. Yvonne, I left that conversation that day in a good, positive light. That's what, even in the text, I was like, I just don't want to be here anymore. I didn't like, it wasn't like, fuck you. I was just like, I'm like, Cindy, I kept saying, she goes, it's going to be in August. And I go, Cindy, the vibe I got was that it's not going to be August.
See, you're retelling the story so you can feel good instead of acknowledging the truth. That's not how you talked to her. You called me right afterwards, and I know what your tone was like.
What was my tone?
You were angry.
Yeah, I was fucking angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're angry, you don't know how to act nice.
Yeah, I don't know how to act nice.
You did not talk to her in that tone. And you've done this with me over and over again where we talk about the
I get
situation.
pissed, yeah.
And when you retell a story when you were pissed, you retell it like you were the saint.
Right.
And I'm telling you, when you're in LA, no matter how, you can be
never
fully humiliated on set. You could be fully in front of hundreds of people, completely shamed.
Right.
And what I'm trying to tell you,
just have to take it.
Be humble.
Right.
The opposite of humble would be fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Right.
Humble is like mouth shut.
Right. I didn't say fuck you to anybody, but yeah, I should have just said okay. I should have just went okay. But she just kept pushing me on the thing. She's like,
there's your butt.
I know.
It's like,
well,
it's not your fault that you acted
I'm trying not to,
it's
and
not
I'm
her
trying.
fault.
I'm still.
Nobody should be able to push you like that.
I'm trying to evolve.
How you evolve is stop playing the victim.
Because 2 years ago, I would have told her, fuck you.
It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
happened in the moment. Now you have the opportunity to tell the story to yourself of what happened by not being the victim. Take responsibility. 100%.
I didn't want to do the show anymore.
100% responsibility for what you did with your attitude and your energy and what has resulted. That's all because of you. None of it is because of her.
Right.
If you want to evolve, that's how you think.
Right. And if somebody goes, "Are you still doing the radio show?" I go, "No, I moved and I don't want to do. I'm not able to do it anymore."
Oh my God, you just live in a world of worrying about what other people think. That's immediately what you think about, what you're going to say to somebody else when they ask you about the radio.
What should I say? What should I say? I
You
don't
need
know.
a lot of help. I suggest you do a 10-day silent meditation. Why don't you? That's what you should do with your 10 days.
Maybe I'll do that when I'm sitting in the house by myself.
No. You go to a place and you live there for 10 days and they feed you. And I can't do it since I got Chewy, but it's life changing. And you say you want to evolve. Let's put your money where your mouth is. You're not allowed to donate anything to the retreat center until afterwards, and you don't have to donate anything. But they don't take money in advance because they don't want any high maintenance people who are like, I paid for this. But usually there's like a wait list. But if you could get in on one for those last 10 days, it would save you that rent money and change your fucking life. It changed my life.
Okay.
Because you see, I think your whole problem is you care what people think.
Right. I do care what other people think.
You gotta move out of that.
Trying to.
8, 5.